The first couple seasons, you guys your characters were kind of working on understanding who they were. Now this season, and particularly for you, how's it feel like playing two different versions of yourself? Sometimes in the same episode. I think it was episode 6, where you start off, we're all thinking it's two, and it turns out it's really Portia, and you're kind of having to switch back and forth between two different versions of yourself, kind of the old version and the new version. How's that? How challenging is that, and how much fun is it to play that?
Yeah, I have a blast playing Portia. I think that Portia's journey is a lot more clear to me than, say, Rebecca's from season 1, and we haven't really seen her again. But Portia, despite surface appearances with regards to her kind of sensual nature, I think that that's more bred from a woman who escaped a medical facility where she was being tortured and literally had nothing, and she relied on the only tools that she had at the time, which was essentially her body. And so she, took advantage of people and got to the point where she was taking over an entire mercenary ship and beheading whoever was at the head of that ship. So I think that Rebecca's a lot of fun to play, but she's dark, and I would love to have an opportunity to explore some of her, not her backstory, but that through line between how she got out of the facility to who she was, because I think that's probably dark and a little bit scary, despite her casual and sensual nature that we see now after she's established. But it's a blast. I have so much fun playing her, and I hope we get to do more of it, because I think the fans really respond to these dual nature characters.
I think that's Melissa saying we need a prequel to Dark Matter and how we got to the Massa.
Yeah, prequel, but like later.
That'd be really cool. Yeah.
Thank you.
I have a question for you, actually.
Yeah.
This season, you're kind of off on your own. You're separated from the crew, and you've only been in a few scenes with all of them. What's it like being in almost an entirely new set, and how's this season been different, I guess?
It's funny, one of the questions that I had to answer was like, what was my favorite part of this filming this season? And my only answer to that is being around the cast and the crew that I know and love so much, because I hardly saw them. The amount that you see me on TV with them is the amount that I've seen them in person, and it was the toughest thing because I love them. They're like, they've become family to me. And as far as the new set is awesome. And being in that castle it makes it easy being an emperor, you know what I mean? You don't have to imagine anything. Everything is fed to you. Everything is just given right there, and you kind of just are able to live that life honestly and hopefully. But it was one of the hardest parts was being away from the family that I know.
Well, you do the Emperor very well. Like, I've totally bought it right away.
Thank you. Yeah, no, there was a little discussion between, like, after the first few episodes were filmed, they were telling me, hey, look, I think the fans are just, like, they're going to hate you. You know, we don't want them to hate you. We want them, yeah. But I was like...
You're such a smiley emperor, though. You're such a smiley, stern emperor.
But that's where, like, the seething of the hate happens. And but I wanted the fans to hate Rio, right? And then that's where, I really wanted to lead them to. And I hope I'm doing a good job, and I hope people hate Rio.
Everybody I've talked to misses 4 so much.
Good.
So much.
Good.
And I'm among them. I love 4.
I know, yeah, and he's certainly fun to play because he did a lot more ass kicking, whereas Rio, he just does a lot more finger pointing, and he's totally lost. And it's funny because he has his memory, so you'd think he'd have more confidence in his decisions and his abilities, but ironically, he doesn't know what to do with himself and his people. So.
The nature of television inherently, the writers are way ahead of you. You guys don't actually know what's coming up. And especially with this show, you really didn't know who you were playing when you first started. Especially with your character is synthetic, like Crazy Twist. Have you altered your performances at all as more revelations about who you are come out? Or how did you approach sort of creating something that had open possibilities so you weren't contradicting yourself when new information came out?
You're asking, like, I remember in the first season when we got the original first scripts, and I had a very strong instinct that something was off with 2. I remember I was working with who ended up becoming my stunt double, actually. Her name's Anita. And we're training, we're just working out, and we're like working on some moves, and I was like, I think I'm an android. She goes, what? And I was like, I think I'm an android. And she thought I was talking about myself. And I was like, no. Like, 2 is an android. And they are so, I think the neat thing about Joe and Paul is that they're very committed to, they're very method in the sense that they don't want us pretending like we don't know. They want us to not know. And if it's something that needs to be layered in, I think that there's a level of trust that is involved in Dark Matter, especially because we need to understand that the writers and the showrunners still give us the information if we need it, you know? So yeah, there's lots of post-layering in for us to post-rationalize stuff, but for the most part, it's a trust-based exercise. Yeah, what
Yeah,
about you?
it's been working. No, I'm right there with you because I didn't know what 4 was going to be like. I just knew he was quiet, he would kick ass, and he would just be like, you know, the sniper of the crew. But then when they started layering in those family issues and the whole, hey, you actually have to go back and fight this war for your clan and your empire and your lineage, it really changed my approach to how he needed to be, because and especially with the memory factoring in, it was different. 4 is more cautious and he doesn't trust anyone, whereas Rio, he's just, right now he's a hothead and I can't deal with Rio right now. But yeah, like Mendoza was saying, it's a real practice of trust.
With all the changes and the changes in characters and that kind of thing, have you had any strong fan reactions? I'm guessing you must have.
Yeah. Sorry. I just thought of something awful. The internet is a really odd place, and I would be remiss if I did not mention that it's not nice, some of the stuff that we get on the internet, even when people think they're sending nice stuff. It's actually really icky. But yes, I try in my brain to think, well, I guess this is a compliment because, she's being sexy, so I guess you're going to get that reaction. But yeah, the fans do react in many different ways. I don't know why it came up into my head. It's just like, there's probably strong online reactions. I was like, yep, there are very strong online reactions.
Yeah,
but,
and they're heard. And they're heard.
But no, it's incredible, and I think the really neat thing is that our fans are very interactive with us, and we are with them too, and so there's a bit of a community online, because it's as fun for us as it is for them, and it's so funny because people are just like, they'll say thank you, and they're so appreciative of us live tweeting or just tweeting people back, and half of the time, we're just sitting on our phones, and then we look and we're like, somebody added me, and yeah, it's amazing. Our fans are so smart, and they're a blast to chat with. Like, they ask questions about the show because they're interested in the content, and it pushes us to question ourselves and our characters. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Do you get some funny things like that?
No. I mean, I get a lot of hate right now.
Do you really?
I do.
Active
there's
hate?
active hate of.
Is it sincere? They're like, I hate you.
Oh no! It's never like that. They just hate Rio really so much, and I don't blame them because I set it up that way. But the interacting with the fans, I think that's where our industry needs to go, and I think that's how the artists need to be. We need to interact, and that's just how the world is moving. And it's not enough to be on TV, to be in movies, and expect people to come and care. It makes our job easier, and it makes our job better when we're able to interact with the fans and to care about them, because when we go in at 4 a.m. for makeup and are there until 9 p.m., 10 p.m. at night, we have that drive of the fans, of knowing that we care about them, because we know who they are. We see the different handles and the usernames, and we recognize them, and they're part of the motivation. So,
They really are,
yeah,
and they are for
are.
Alex specifically. Like I think that's very true. You have a lot of personal accountability to them, and I know that
do.
that's something that you're like, I'm working really hard on this for you guys, and I think that's a really neat thing about Alex. He's always keeping in his mind the fans that are big fans of the show, and also of him, and making sure that he's doing the best he can do for them because he knows that that's why they're doing it. I think that's no, it's true though. It's true though. Props where props are due, and it's true.
Thank
yeah.
You sort of react on social media.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, it's
good though.
it's driven from gratitude of you're giving me your time of the day, and time is a commodity we can't get back, right?
Yeah.
So I appreciate that you're giving my friends and I an hour of your day that you're not going to get back. And so I'm going to put all that I can in the dream that I love my job. So here I am. I will put in the 12, 16 hours a day happily and interact with the fans because I am so grateful to be able to do what I do and for you all to support me, even if it's just an hour of the day. I love talking to fans. It's so necessary.
Okay.
So no spoilers going for the rest of the season. We're halfway through.
Yeah.
But so up to this point, what was the biggest? Sometimes I know I talked to you guys last year about it. Like sometimes you're just as shocked as the fans are. Some of the Swiss. So what up until this point in season 3? What was the biggest shock you had for your characters, or any other character on the show that you didn't see coming that really hit you?
Oh man, there's been quite a few WTF moments. I think that the first when Six decided to stay on the planet, that was a really big shocker, and like having a proper goodbye, like with the whole crew there, that was a big shocker. And also, I was so happy to have an opportunity to say goodbye to Mel, who played Nyx.
Yeah.
Like when they killed her at the end of season 2, I actually made a proper stink about it. I was like, you can't keep killing people and not letting me say goodbye to them.
Yeah.
Like my character, but also like me. So I was really thrilled to have that moment, and I thought that Mel was so beautiful in that scene, and it was. I think it was very well done. It was elegant and beautiful, and the scene with 2 and 6 speaking to each other back to back through the wall,
So awesome.
it wasn't like a shocker, but it was shocking in I could see it on the page, the composition of the scene, and I remember thinking that it was beautiful. Yeah.
For me, it's Sarah's presence.
Oh yeah.
The amount of presence Sarah has in 3's storyline, I didn't think that they were going to build an entire world around
Arc
her.
her, yeah.
Yeah, not an arc and an entire world physically, and it's.
Oh yeah.
I'm so curious to know where that ends up going. Because she keeps building. She's like,
We kind of know where it's going, and it's cool.
kind of know, but we have no idea where, for sure where it's going. Right now, she's like Minecrafting everything, building.
She is Minecrafter.
Yeah, totally Minecrafting.
The Canadian television landscape can be very different from the American one.
Very.
How do you feel that the show, filming in Toronto and having that Canadian identity influences the show and even the reaction to its place in television?
Start.
My only thing is, I'm tired of Forest.
Try what?
I'm tired of being in the forest. I'm tired of being in the forest, and I'm tired of.
I thought you were like tired of being 4. Tired of being
No,
forced.
I love 4, but I'm tired of the forest, and I don't want to be in winter anymore. Can we just one season in LA
I love
would
how
be nice
you're
for me.
playing as if you're the
Please.
one that's shooting outside. I'm pretty sure that's usually me, Roger, and Anthony. When do you shoot outside in the winter?
Well, there were the first 2 seasons where I had a few things, and then now it's I have a fireplace, but
Okay.
So he had to live there,
God.
temporarily.
yeah, see.
No, but
Thank you. The compassion and the empathy is so necessary.
Okay, the cool thing about working in Canada,
Yeah.
I think, when you said the question, the first thing that sticks out to me is that our crews are undeniably top notch, and they set the tone. A lot of people think that the actors, the people on the call sheet, they're the ones that set the tone for the show, but it's not. It's our crew guys, and they are a family. They work on every single thing together, and they set this incredible tone on set that is not only conducive to creativity and collaboration, but they're just good at their gig. They're so good at their gig, and they're generous with their knowledge, and working also becomes a learning experience. So yeah, our crews in Canada are top notch, and there's a reason why people are always trying to shoot in Canada.
Yep.
It's because of them. Yeah. Awesome. Well, we're done. Bye, guys. Thank you so much.